Okay, so reading is like a really important thing, right? So I read a bunch of books in 2017, and I have to say, the only one that resonated with me was Ready Player One. Like, this book was so incredible. I read it in October, and it took me two sittings to finish the whole book. And it's over 300 pages, and the only reason I had to stop reading the first day was because I had to go to sleep. And I woke up the next day to continue reading it because that's how good this book was. Um, so Ready Player One, it's about this. It came out like so many years ago. I can't believe it took me this long to get to it. It's about this futuristic dystopian world, aren't they all? Um, where there's this AR world that you can plug into, and it's called the Oasis. And everyone's lives are just lived in that other virtual world. And the creator of the virtual world dies, and he doesn't have any family or children or anything to give his fortune to. So he sets out to create this game called, he calls it like an Easter egg hunt, kind of like in movies where you see Easter eggs that are hints to other things, and you're like, oh, that's cute. So he has this virtual worldwide Easter egg hunt, and the main character is the first one to discover the first Easter egg. And I feel like reading is a way to escape from reality. It's a way for us to be in another world so that we don't have to be in ours. I know that people read because they enjoy reading, but personally I love being able to explore and to be in a different world. I've been to Hogwarts, I've been to Narnia, I've been to Middle Earth, and there's so many incredible things that come with reading. But for me, at the time I was reading this book, I needed an escape. And being able to follow Parzival, I forgot what his real name is, Wade, able to follow him into this virtual world, and his whole real world changed, and everything about his life is completely different from the beginning. Like, from the end to the beginning, his life is just flipped upside down, and everything that he's known and everything that he's used to is completely different by the end of the book. And this was such an incredible story that I don't even know if there were any mistakes in the book. I'm sure that editors and people all over have corrected it, and since this is a reprint. But usually when you read a book, you kind of notice if there are mistakes in it. But this one is just I'm so engrossed in the story that I didn't notice or even try to find anything wrong with it. And it was just so incredible being able to join him and plug into another world and experience it all. And I just felt like I was in the book and the descriptions. And there was this one sentence that I really liked, and it was in like the first, or I think chapter 1 or chapter 2. And I wrote the note, action words. It just said like he'd sidestepped and ducked and clambered and a bunch of stuff. And I was like, that's such a long-winded sentence, but it's so actiony, and you feel like you're climbing along with him and looking around with him, and it's just such an incredible book. So I recommend everyone who hasn't read Ready Player One to go read it. Pick up a copy anywhere. You can buy it online, you can buy it in stores. I'm sure there's cheap ones. You can get it from the library. It's so good. And I have to say, the final battle scene had me in tears. I just love when people help each other out. Anyway, that's it. Read Ready Player One. Happy 2018. Goodbye.